This is Mac OS Ken.
Apple Intelligence finally has a friend in China. Apple's launching a new something next week. And TikTok is back in the App Store. It is Friday, the 14th of February, 2025. Valentine's Day. Ooh, Valentine's Day. Wait, hang on a second. Hold on. There we go. It is Friday, the 14th of February, 2025. Valentine's Day for those who celebrate and those who don't. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from macOS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macOSCan. Apple Intelligence has a dance partner in China. Mere minutes after I hit publish on the Alibaba Apple Intelligence rumor Wednesday night, Thursday morning, Alibaba's chairman made it official. 9 to 5 Mac ran a piece in the wee small hours of Thursday morning saying Apple has officially partnered with Alibaba to bring Apple Intelligence AI features to the iPhone in China. Alibaba Group Chairman Joe Tsai confirmed the deal on Thursday. No word yet on when that will go live, though details next week would not be surprising. That's because Apple is announcing a new product next week, with smart money backing a new iPhone SE. A piece from TechCrunch had Apple CEO Tim Cook hitting social media on Thursday teasing something next Wednesday. The post encouraged recipients to get ready to meet the newest member of the family, followed by the date Wednesday, the 19th of February, and hashtag Apple Launch. All of that was said over a trippy animated logo that was kind of reminiscent of an AirTag. Really offered no concrete hint as to what's coming, except it will apparently be something made by Apple. It's probably an iPhone SE, with some anticipating a change in the naming convention according to Mac rumors. A more budget-friendly iPhone might be the safest way to say it. An updated AirTag is a possibility, though seen as unlikely next week. People are also expecting updates for MacBook Air and iPad, though again, smart money's backing iPhone S less expensive. That's expected to drop the home button and add support for Apple Intelligence. With past iPhone SEs being serious unit movers in China, that's why I say more info on the Alibaba Apple Intelligence deal could hit next week. Or I could be wrong and it could be something else entirely. That would honestly be fun. TikTok is back in the Apple and Google App Stores. That is the news from a number of sites, including the site for National Public Radio. For those who have forgotten, the site says the tech firms yanked TikTok from the App Store on the 19th of January. The data law passed by Congress and upheld by the Supreme Court took effect. Under the law, businesses cannot support TikTok as long as it is controlled by ByteDance, a Beijing-based tech company. That law is still on the books, but the executive branch has told the two companies, don't worry about that. On Thursday, the piece says Apple and Google received a letter from Attorney General Pam Bondi informing the companies that the Trump administration will not prosecute them for supporting TikTok, according to sources familiar with the matter, who are not authorized to speak publicly about it. Well, it's just a law enacted by one co-equal branch of the government and upheld by another. No big deal, I guess. Shocking the planet, Apple, Google, and TikTok all declined to comment for the NPR piece. You know the Apple Watch Series 10 speaker problems about which I told you yesterday? Those were the ones that had users complaining that they couldn't hear things like podcasts and phone calls through the built-in speaker. Some said it was a problem that grew over time, while others said they had seen the issue right out of the box. Apple does not seem to have responded to those complaints directly. But hey, what a coincidence! Mac Rumor says Apple did publish a support doc on Thursday, telling people what to do if the microphone or speaker isn't working as expected on their Apple Watch. Possible solutions include making sure watchOS is up to date, restarting the device, unpairing and repairing to the associated iPhone, and checking whether silent mode or do not disturb is turned on. Cleaning instructions are also outlined and suggested. With the Series 10 questions hanging out there, Mac Rumor says it is possible the support doc is an interim solution while the company internally investigates the matter. Of course, Apple still hasn't commented on the issue, so who knows? If you're looking to pedal around the UK and Ireland, Apple Maps has gotten more useful. 9to5Mac says the application has quietly expanded its support for cycling in the countries, with users discovering they can now route cycling journeys. Those include such helpful info as warnings for steep, hilly zones, sections where bikers will have to walk their bikes, and sections where roads are unpaved. To start a cycling route, 9to5Mac says users can select the bicycle icon in the directions panel inside Apple Maps. They can additionally request to avoid busy roads or hills. The planned route includes a preview of elevation, distance, and ETA. Happy cycling to you all. So it looks like something is happening with Apple Vision Pro today. 9to5Mac ran a piece earlier this week saying that Apple was expected to run some sort of press briefing on the headset today, Friday, the 14th of February. The most likely outcome, according to the piece, Apple selling Apple Vision Pro through third-party retailers. That supposition is based on a new app that has hit this week, the Apple Vision Pro Fit app for iPhone. Designed for commercial purchases, the App Store description says Apple Vision Pro Fit measures your face to ensure your light seal and headband give you the best possible Apple Vision Pro experience. 9to5Mac seems turned on by the idea of third-party sellers for this device. The piece points out that such a move would let Apple maintain the current Vision Pro price, while a partner like Best Buy or Amazon could apply a discount. Certainly, I love that idea, but the part where the app is designed for commercial purchases makes Best Buy seem an unlikely destination. Then again, the original 9to5Mac piece was working from signs of the app discovered in code, not an actual app with an actual description in the App Store. Whatever the case, it seems that something is happening with Apple Vision Pro today. If you've got an Apple Vision Pro and an extra $15 to throw into it, the NBA Apple Vision Pro app has something really cool sounding. Upload VR says the basketball app now has Tabletop, a diorama-scale virtual representation of the live game you're watching. According to the report, the little dudes running around on the flat surface in front of you do so in addition to the 2D live stream you see floating on the large virtual screen in front of you. Tabletop is currently available for a few games per night, according to the report, with plans to make it available for all League Pass games next season. And there, by the way, is your $15. As with the other functionality of the NBA app, Upload VR says Tabletop requires a League Pass subscription, which starts at $15 a month. It's really weird that the NBA got to that before Apple did with Major League Soccer. For folks without one of Apple's headsets, there's still new stuff to watch this weekend. Aimed at kids and family, the Kids and Family show Goldie. Inspired by the award-winning 2019 animated short film of the same name, the Apple TV Plus description says the show follows Goldie, a giant girl with a big heart, as she sets off on epic adventures with her best friends in their beloved town of Boysenberg. Across 13 half-hour episodes, together they learn that being different is something to celebrate and that there's space for everyone in this world, even giants. All 13 episodes are available now on Apple TV+. And finally today, assuming people can find it, it seems Apple TV+ may have a buzzworthy movie on its hands. The sci-fi horror romance flick The Gorge has hit the Cupertino streamer. Describing this one, Apple TV+ says two highly trained operatives, Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy, are appointed to post in guard towers on opposite sides of a vast and highly classified gorge, protecting the world from an undisclosed, mysterious evil that lurks within. They bond from a distance while trying to stay vigilant and defending against an unseen enemy. When the cataclysmic threat to humanity is revealed to them, they must work together in a test of both their physical and mental strength to keep the secret in the gorge before it's too late. If you're looking for depth, this may not be the movie for you. That said, reviewers who are fine with the premise seem to dig the film. Deadline thinks it probably would have done well in the theaters if theaters were the destination for most Apple originals these days. Variety says the film excels when it shows it's inventive enough to deliver the unexpected. And TV Guide says, when The Gorge keeps its focus on charismatic star-crossed lovers falling in love as they fight off a dreadful threat, which is most of the time, it's every bit the diversion anyone intrigued by that description would want it to be. Sounds like it is what it is, and it's good at being that. The Gorge is available to stream now on Apple TV+. This week on the checklist, brought to you by Secure Mac. Valentine's Day comes once a year, but romance scams are constant. We'll look at some of those and ways to avoid them, plus we will revisit Apple's OS updates from earlier this week. That is all on checklist number 411, virtual dates and zero-day updates. Find it today at securemac.com/checklist or wherever you get podcasts. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macOSKen. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media, online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. Info at macosken.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Leonard likes this post.